Okay, so we are still onto subtraction. Now we have 5-digit numbers. The aim is just to make us master the ways of, master this way of subtracting from the left. Yeah. Okay, good. So, good push. Now, we start. 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1 gives us 4. You see that? 3 minus 3 gives us 0. 2 minus 1 gives us 1. And then 5 minus 5 gives us 0. And then we have, sorry, I think I need to write my 0 very well. Okay, and then we have 2 minus 8. 2 take away 8, that's going to give us a negative number. You can't take away 8 from 2 and get a positive number. So, 2 minus 8 is a negative number. Now we have to borrow. Where do we borrow from? We can decide to borrow any way we want it. We can decide to borrow from 10. And we can decide to borrow from 4010. If you borrow from 4010, what you have is 4009. You write it down there. I will let or take one day. But you can now decide to borrow from 4010 from 10 alone. Now, if you borrow from 10 alone, there are 2 digits. When you borrow from 10, what you have is 9 left. And remember what I told you. If you borrow from 2 digits, your answer has to be in 2 digits. So how do you write 9 in 2 digits? 0, 9. So you write 9 as 0, 9. Then you bring that 1 to this 2. You can see that. So you borrow from 10. Your answer becomes, what is left is 9. It has to be in 2 digits. So you put 0, 9. Now remember, if that were to be 20 and you borrow from 20, it will give you 19. So that's 2 digits. There's nothing to do there. You just put your 19 you put the 19 as the remainder. But because you are borrowing from 10 and it's giving you 9, you have to put it as 0, 9. To make up for the 2 digits. Okay, now we have the 1 to that 2, that's 12. 12 minus 8 gives you 4. So the answer here becomes 40094. 40,094. Okay, let's try another example. We have this now. This is another case. We have, of course, we're going to start from the left hand side. Now 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. 3 minus 3 is 0. And 8 minus 8 is 0. Now we have 4 minus 5. 4 minus 5 is going to give you a negative number. So where do you borrow from? Remember, you can borrow from 200. If you borrow from 200, you have 199 left. Or you can borrow from 3,200. That means you have 3,199 left. So it's your choice. So if you borrow from 200, we have 199 left. You can see that's 3 digits onto 3 digits. So that's easy. So you bring that 1 to this 4. That's 14. 14 minus 5 gives you 9. So the answer becomes 31999. That's 31,999. Okay, we have one more to go. Now we have 4. We're still starting from that very end. 4 minus from the left, 4 minus 1 gives you 3. 5 minus 4 gives you 1. And 3 minus 3 is 0. 2 minus 2 is 0. Now 3 minus 8. 3 minus 8, that has negative number. We have to borrow. So we can decide to borrow from 3,100, which will give you 3,099 left. Or you borrow from 100. When you borrow from 100, you have 99 left. Remember, it's 3 digits. Remaining 2 digits, so you have to add 0 to that 99, so it becomes 099 left because you are borrowing from a 3 digits, so your answer has to also be in 3 digits. So that's 099 left, that's 99. So you take that 1 to this 3, that's 13. 13 minus 8 gives you what? And that should give you 5. So the answer becomes 30995. 30,995. So with this, it becomes easy to actually subtract without going through too much stress. Okay, thank you, and you can watch out for the other classes. Thank you. Bye for now.